question, Ariel Metropolis.
What additional legislation can you pass that would make it more difficult for future presidential candidates to overturn the results of a fair election? Mr. Van Oosteren, we'll start with you.
Well, we do need federal legislation to protect election integrity in the United States of America. H.R. 1, the For the People Act, is an important part of that. I've also put forward a government reform agenda, ways that we can get big money out of politics, ways we can hold members of Congress to be more accountable, stop them from using information that they have as members to trade stocks and have other financial dealings. The truth is, election integrity is important to every single American. It should be a bipartisan issue. It's something I've spent a lot of time on here in the state of New Hampshire, ensuring that we protect free and fair elections. Part of that also means that we're supporting our nonpartisan election officials. We do elections better than almost anyone else in the country. And on Tuesday, as we all go vote, we're going to see friends and neighbors who are volunteering there, who are helping make the polls work. We're going to vote with paper ballots. We're going to do it the right way. And we need federal legislation to make sure some of these minimum standards apply to other states across this country as well.
Ms. Goodlander, the same question to you.
Look, I believe deep in my bones that no politician is above the law. And that's why I went and was a part of an incredible team of constitutional lawyers and investigators who impeached former president, now convicted felon Donald Trump for the first time. And look, it wasn't the last time he was impeached. Day 3 on this job is January 6th. It's a critical day in our nation's history. This is the most consequential election, perhaps in human history, and certainly in our nation's history. And January 6th is an important day, and Congress plays a central role in ensuring the peaceful transfer of power. You know, what I saw at the Justice Department is that there are updates that can be made and must be made to our federal law, our federal criminal laws, to make sure that we are vindicating the principle that no politician is above the law. Congress can do a lot about that. I've been encouraged to see that there were updates to the Electoral Count Act, which go directly to how we ensure that every American, eligible American who casts their ballot has their ballot counted, and that we see this deep principle, this deeply American principle of the peaceful transfer of power, ensure that it happens.
Okay.